Hello and welcome back to FloTrack's Demitra. We are here for episode 21, back for another Tuesday. My name is Demitra Carter, and joined with me today we have Mr. Johnny Pace. We both came off of a long weekend in Eugene. How are you doing?
Long but fun. What a weekend that was. Team USA is pretty much locked in at this point, and I think I speak for everybody when I say this was an unbelievable meet and did not disappoint in the slightest. So I had a blast. Can't wait to dive into it with you. Did you have fun?
I had a good time. We're going to talk about it, but my man made it to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Huge.
Hashtag
Yes,
WAG.
Right? So I'm going to be a WAG in Tokyo, y'all. I'm going to do my job, but also be a WAG when he competes. Nia Gibson, welcome back to the meetup. You're also off of a long weekend at Hayward Field. How are you doing?
I'm good, but I think I will start a petition to get direct flights from Texas to Eugene.
Amen.
The travel, it feels like I'm like in the Hunger Games. But besides that, the meet was amazing.
I love it. Now, speaking of the meet, I think I hold the same opinion that most people hold, that the event of the meet was this men's 800.
Easily.
The media room was yelling, everybody was screaming. The amount of oh my gods that came out of my mouth, it was absolutely insane. We had Donovan Brazier come back, take some time off, and came back, won with the 142.16. But also in this photo, we have Cooper Luckenhouse. The 16-year-old broke a U18 world record and then the high school American record. He knocked off 3 seconds off of his PR, went 142.27. His face is how we looked back there. Like, it was absolutely insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where do you begin? Where do you begin? I guess you can start with the winner. So Donovan Brazier is an extremely special athlete. You don't just take off that amount of time, especially with a lingering Achilles injury, come back and not only be competitive, but then dominant.
Yeah.
Come back and be a national champion, come back and just like do the things that he's done in a very fast race. In that race, almost everybody PR'd except for 2 people. So it's one of those things where even aside from the top 3, what makes this race maybe so special, but also heartbreaking is because like for a lot of these athletes, there's literally nothing else they could have done. Mm-hmm. They ran the best race of their life, literally, and it just wasn't good enough. And that is a hard pill to swallow because it's like, okay, what's next? Because maybe right now that may be the story, but maybe not in a couple months or next year, or whatever the case may be. So Donovan Brazier to come back and dominate like that in a growing talent pool, as we can see the 16-year-old youngster who is coming up behind him, it's crazy. And then that's the next part about it. This 16-year-old youngster. How could we not talk about Cooper? Because he was saying he couldn't believe what he did.
Yeah.
And I mean, the picture shows it. He was saying he's just kind of happy to be here. But now that he's seeing what he can do, he did it. He's going to be representing Team USA in Tokyo. What can he do on the world stage?
Yeah, and then also on this podium, Bryce Hopple. I know you said there was a lot of PBs. Bryce Hopple is our American record holder. He got a season's best, but for him to be, for our own American record holder to be like fighting for third, like that race, it was fast, it was good, it was everything you could have wanted and more. And I think going into this, I didn't expect this to be the race of the day. I think we had our predictions on our Under Armour pre-middle of the week show of what we think the highlight of the week or was going to be, or the loudest the stadium might get. It wasn't this race. And did they prove us wrong? Absolutely. It was insanity.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such an amazing back and forth. You have Donovan, who has been in the sport, world champion 2019. So he's not old, but he's been around. And then the bright future with Cooper. I mean, I think Donovan said himself, he's glad that he's not going to have to race Cooper in his prime because this kid's got a long way to go. It was so good. And yeah, I was surprised. I mean, somebody has to go home without getting a spot. And as of now, like Josh Hoey, not on that team. And we've seen him really be pretty dominant all year. So I think we're setting a very strong team. And I'm still kind of processing what went down there.
Yeah, I feel like Donovan has officially reached UNC status.
Yeah.
I saw somebody comment that. I was like, yeah, no, I think you have.
That's wild. UNC at 28.
When you reach UNC status in the sport, 30?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd say
How's Vernon? Everybody knows Vernon's UNC. I'm just asking.
I think, was he like 30 something?
35.
Okay.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. But yeah, no, but for the 800 though, I really do think Cooper could be a little bit of a dark horse on the international front because he's one of those people that's going in there without expectations. He's just running. He's just having fun. And I think that's what makes it so special for him as a 16-year-old. And I think that's why he was able to surprise the field. Everyone has like the pressure of expectations on them. But he instead kind of just was like, I'm just going to run, do what my coach says, and see what happens. And we saw what happened.
Literally, I talked to him after that first round, like the round going into the finals. And he was like, I didn't even think I was about to make the final. I didn't have a chance to talk to him after he literally made the team. But the fact that, to your point, he was just trusting his coach. And the interview's on FloTrack's YouTube, but he was just like, I was just here running what my coach tells me to do. He's having a good time. He was talking to T, I guess, whenever they go up to Oregon, I think it's like the Nike Elite. He was practicing his signature. And it's like, he's still a kid. And that's what I love about it. The fact that he's literally out here practicing his signature because, baby, everybody's about to want your signature. I haven't seen if it looks good or not, but I'm sure it looks phenomenal.
Question is he going to have to miss the start of junior year of high school?
Like, are they going to send him homework in Tokyo?
Yeah.
I feel like his teachers will understand. I would hope so.
Yeah.
But
Does he need a permission slip to go over to Japan?
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, again, he is 16. Every time I'm reminded of that, it's crazy.
Like, he hasn't even been on college visits, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's so funny. If you need homework help, we're here to help you. Let us know. Now, I want to go into this men's 1500. Another race that I think, that men's 8 is my top one, but this men's 1500, it was so nice to see. I had the opportunity to sit down with Jonah Koech before he ran this, and he was easily on my podium after talking to him. The way that he was able to analyze the people in his own heat, saying that I found their weakness is something that I commend as an athlete. Like, the fact that you're studying film at this point, you're like, no, I know exactly how to beat this person. And that's something that you would hear from like a basketball player, a football player, where they watch film and watch teams. But he's watching his other athletes, and he's like, oh, when I was running past this person in my first round, like I knew when they started feeling pain. And Jonah's very familiar with pain because he can overcome it to literally come up with the win. PB, mind you, he's a world champion in the 800. Let's not forget. But yeah, Ethan Strand 3:30.25 PB, and then Cole Hawker taking it out with another 3:30, but a season's best.
I mean, I kind of predicted something like this might happen with these 15s. Anything can happen, and just because we talk about certain people more, there's always somebody who's ready to strike when their time comes, and that was his moment and his time. And I think it's crazy. I ran with him the next day too, and did you hear the story on how like he decided to even run the 15? He's an 800 guy, man.
I did.
It's like, he trying to the 800. I think with the was too. He's a little bit banged up at the moment, and so they thought the 15 would be a little gentler on the system. So he was like, all right, we'll do the 15. And not only did he just do it, he won. But yeah, the other thing is like people may not be as familiar with him, but he's been around and he's been quite good for a long time.
He's an 800 world champion. I'm familiar with his game.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think. This was a really great one. Will Lear said the same thing. He was like, people might not be having them as the champion, but like the people that knew. And it was really awesome. It
speaks to his adaptability and his overall just track and field IQ, and obviously his abilities, right? But to adapt like that, to both of your points, he's an 800 guy mainly. But, when we talked to him, he was basically saying, yeah, my hamstring isn't really 800 ready per se, but I'm definitely ready to come make the team in this 1500. And that he did. And I think the IQ is one thing, because I do think there's probably other athletes who are able to study other athletes and know certain stuff, but can they study that and then train accordingly so that when that moment comes, they can strike? No. The answer is no.
The other thing, the notable person who didn't make it was Mr. Nagoose. He did not. He got fourth or maybe fifth, right? It was one.
He got fifth. I believe Hobbs got fourth.
Right. Mm-hmm. So two guys that we really thought we might see there in Tokyo.
Well, Yard said he's going to try to get the wild card.
It's not a guarantee because that final is going to be crazy, but I definitely think there's a high likelihood we'll see him sneak his way in. I'm
interested to see like how that's going to look for him in the next 6 weeks, because now you have a new sense of urgency on you. I'm pretty sure he came into this thinking, I'm going to win. This is not going to be an issue. I'm going to just train for the next 6 weeks and be fine. But now the shift in focus, the urgency that requires, what that will do for the body if he does make the team, how he's going to switch his mindset to compete well in Tokyo. Like, there's just so many moving parts. And how do you stay focused with that? How do you really practice short-term memory. So, I mean, he's an elite athlete. He's a world-class athlete. He's an Olympic medalist. So I think if anyone can do it, he can. But I think he'll definitely be impressive if he's able to.
Yeah, I'm always rooting for the goose. But I'm going to go back to Jonah because, Johnny, you got to go on a run with him.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and play some of this video. Tell us how the run was post 1,500-meter win.
Yeah, this was literally like the morning after the race. We got to hit the Amazon Trail in Oregon. Just about every other runner, I felt distance runner was out there that morning as well. And so we were saying hi to everybody. But yeah, I was trying to get to know him because, honestly, I didn't have a relationship with him prior to this, but just learning more about his background and his approach, I was very impressed with just what a character he has. He serves in the military. I don't know if you knew that. And just learned about his training environment. He spends a lot of time in Colorado Springs at the Olympic Development Center. This year he's been some time in Kenya and then based in Baltimore with the 800 group. But yeah, just really enjoy. We got about 5 miles together. If you're interested, it's out now on YouTube and FloTrack. So we filmed the whole thing. So if you got any questions that you're trying to find out about our 1,500 champ, go tap in.
I love it. He actually lives in Colorado. He goes up to Baltimore from time to time because his military base is in Colorado.
Right.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, he was telling me too, like he came to the U.S. for college. We were the same year, and he ran at, I believe it was Texas Tech. And then in 2019, enlisted in the military, and with military service, there's a path to citizenship. So he got his citizenship, I think, 2019. So he's a U.S. citizen, has family in Kenya, but yeah, really, really impressive, inspiring story. He was telling me that like he ran barefoot for a lot of his childhood, and his mom bought him his first pair of shoes, and look how far he's come. That's
cool. I love that. We're gonna go into the men's shot put side of things. You already know what it is. I'm gonna start from I'm gonna explain how this competition went, right? Just so you know, like how I was on the edge of my seat. So Tripp Pipri throws 4th round, 22-29, moves to first place. PB, crowd goes crazy. Tripp goes crazy.
You go
this
crazy.
Is the image of him. I go crazy. And at this point, we're like, Tripp can win this thing. 4th round goes, nobody passes him. 5th round goes, nobody passes him. Mind you, Joe Kovacs is in this field, Peyton Otterdahl, the Olympian. Ryan Krauser's out, but like nobody's passing this man. 6th round comes, Josh Awotunde, he PBs, he throws 22-47. Tripp goes down to 2nd. Oof. Peyton Otterdahl comes, throws 22-35, season best. Tripp goes down to 3rd. Tripp throws, he doesn't best his 22-29 that he just threw. Joe Kovacs is the last one. So as a whole, we went from, oh, he could win this to, oh my God, he might not make this team.
Yeah.
Joe unfortunately didn't throw further. I think he threw 22-09 that day or 22-07. Didn't throw further, but Tripp made the team. But overall, that shot put competition was insane. Like even when Josh threw the mark that he threw, the crowd went crazy. Like you don't need to know much about shot put, but you could tell when a ball is thrown far.
Yeah.
And the energy that they brought, insane. Yeah.
I love that. I always say, like, I think throwers have the best personalities in track and field.
Yeah.
You're not seeing every day, like, somebody crossed the line after the 3,000. Like, you're not seeing that every day.
Petition to see that.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
So what were Tripp's takeaways when you were talking with him after?
Yeah, he's so excited. I think he didn't PB since like it was sometime in college. He hasn't PB'd in a long time. Wow. But this year he's PB'd almost every single track meet. Wow. He's training with the new coach, and it's literally showing in everything he does. And then even like, to your point of throwers having the best personalities, they're all very supportive. So even when Tripp threw really far, although he passed people up, they're like, you just PB'd. Same for Josh. It's like, you just threw far as hell. Like, yeah, like you have to just congratulate people. And I think that a lot of people are like, well, Ryan wasn't there. They threw far. Like you can't deny that the American shot put scene is insane. And I think they can go to Tokyo and dominate. We're going to do way too early Tokyo predictions later, but I think America still has a very solid chance, and Ryan will be there. So 4 people.
You think they can sweep?
Absolutely. Yes. I'm not going to tell you who I think is going to be on top, though. Y'all can guess. In fact, I still have
Oh, got inked up.
I am. I'm kidding.
Added.
All right, I want to go into the women's side of things. I'm going to kick us off before we go to event. Miss Melissa Jefferson Wooden, the woman that she is, she started off in this 100. She won. She got, where's the time? 10:65 for a PB in a world lead. And then double back in the 200, but we'll get to the 200 later because I just want to talk about her as a person. Nia, I'm probably going to throw this one to you because you had a chance to sit down with her. I talked to her too. I mean, when you win that much, everybody talks to you. But talk to me about where her head is at, her mindset. And then you also saw her workout Wednesday leading into this.
And that's what makes it not surprising. That's what makes it not surprising. Because I think talking to Melissa, like, let's take this meet out of it.
Yeah.
Talking to Melissa at Grand Slam Kingston, she said, this is a different Melissa. A lot of people had stuff to say. A lot of people were trying to discredit her bronze medal in the Olympics because this person wasn't here, because that person didn't run well. Oh, you got lucky. Where it's like, again, track is not like a political game. You either run the time or you don't.
Clock doesn't lie.
It doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are, how big you are, how small you are. You run the time or you don't. You medal or you don't. Fair and square. And she did. And people were trying to discredit that. So I think she had a point to prove. I think she had a chip on her shoulder despite having an amazing season in 2024. I don't know if she foresaw this happening, but this weekend, obviously, she tied to become like the fifth fastest woman ever with that 10:65. I believe tying her teammate, Sha'Carri Richardson. And I think the difference between, I know we're going to get to the 200, but just her doubling, her finally believing in herself. I think she not only showed a different Melissa to the world, but I think she showed a different Melissa to herself. Because she used to shy away from the two. Like, that double was never really in her stratosphere. She's like, I'm a great 100 runner, and I think that's all I need to do. But I think now that she's proving to herself her abilities, this is why she's producing in the way that she is. And that's the difference between Melissa in 2024 versus the Melissa we're seeing now in 2025 leading into Tokyo.
I feel like Philly might have been like the turning point of her being like, oh, I can double for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like you beat the Olympic champ and you went, I think that's when she went sub 22 for the first time.
21.99.
Yeah, that, I feel like that was like, and I think that also, I don't think people sleep on her anymore. And maybe,
I hope not.
Yeah, but I think people did. I think even before Philly, people were like, no.
Yeah.
Even in Philly, people might have maybe, but I feel like now there's no, like, she's not an underdog in my head anymore.
They're running out of excuses.
Running out of excuses.
In Kingston, when she, won the slam that time, it was like, oh, it's early in the season. So-and-so's not out yet. This person's not doing this yet. She's running too fast, too early. She kept running fast. She's actually started getting faster.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's because of this. It's because of the conditions. Oh, this person's not feeling great or whatever. What are you going to say now?
I like that. They're running out of excuses because they are.
What are you going to say now? Tokyo is in 6 weeks. So who's not running well now? Who's not showing up right now? It's okay. Melissa's good. It's fine. Just say it.
Yeah. I think I saw something that she was the first woman to win the 100 and 200 for the first time since 2003. It's been like over 20 years since somebody's pulled that off. It's incredible. I mean, we've seen her all year going up against field after field and coming out victorious, and like, it's just, yeah, she's on fire. And I do think the format of the Grand Slam that you did double so much maybe empowered her to take on both at champs, and like, wow. I mean, she's gonna be a threat at Worlds for sure.
Yeah, not even a threat. I think we'll do podiums. Okay, before we get to our podium predictions, because I think not only will she be a threat, she might win the whole thing. Yeah. But I want to talk about this 200. We have the image of Melissa crossing the finish line for this 200. And also on that team, we have Anavia Battle, our girl. She went 22:13, and then Miss Gabby Thomas. This was stressful. She went 22:20. I think the numbers are like 22.19 and some change, because the person who went 3, 4, and 5 are all people that we saw at the Paris Olympics. So it's a little bit sad, but also like those girls ran.
Yeah.
And they ran fast.
It was about as close as could be. I mean, they were all in the same 100th of a second, I think. Yeah. I could hardly tell. Like, but yes, yeah, Gabby snuck in. Gabby was also like, she said she was coming off she took a couple weeks off. Like,
only she had a little injury.
Yeah, so I think to be able to show up and make that team, and maybe not, she would have obviously liked to be in first place, but like, she sounded like she would just started running last week again. So
yeah, I also saw that she said that she needed this. Because I think it also puts a chip back on her shoulder, makes her want to win more. And I think that makes somebody, I'm always a fan, that makes somebody dangerous.
someone's heart's gonna get broken in Tokyo, and I'm excited. Like in terms of the fans, like I mean, someone's fave is going down. I don't know who it's gonna be, but like I think this weekend really showed that. Gabby is going to be, to your point, super scary because because she came off like, okay, I'm just happy I made the team. That was a goal, mission accomplished, job's not done. But clearly there's some work to be done. And it seems like she's about to like LeBron James zero in dark mode before into Tokyo. So that's going to be crazy. And then obviously you have a Navia battle. She's been having an amazing Diamond League season.
Diamond League
It's been a long time coming. Listen, a Navia Nene being battle has been doing her thing. And I love that she showed that this is not a fluke. I'm here to represent Team USA and be a threat to that podium. And obviously, again, Melissa Jefferson wouldn't. And it's like, yo, I don't think people expected her. I don't think the competition expected her because I think they subscribed to the fact that, oh, she's only a 100 runner. I don't have to worry about her here. Oh, no, be afraid. Be very afraid. And then that's just talking about the United States of America. Tokyo's going to be, someone's heart's going to get broken, like, because there's fans who's not ready to let go of the narrative that their favorite is the best.
Yeah.
Let it go.
100%. And I really like the team that's going because even on the side of Anavia, we talk about excuses. She's an Olympian. She just didn't make Paris Olympics. Like, I think people forget that, like, Anavia is good. And even on the Diamond League circuit, people would constantly be like, well, to your point, oh, this person's not here. Oh, this person's not here. I'm pretty sure that girl hasn't lost a Diamond League meeting yet. Like, she's a competitor. And I think being a competitor can go far. I think it's somewhat equivalent to, like, studying your competition. You can compete because I think, not to bring Yard back into this, being able to win, there's some skill set in that. And I know I talked with Yard and he's like, I'm still trying to figure out the winning thing. And I think once he figures that out, he'll be dangerous. But I think overall, like any athlete, knowing how to win is tough.
Yeah.
And competing, because it comes down to competition. And who's ever able to not break under that is who will succeed. And I think Anavia has proven herself that when it's time to compete, she will show up on the line and run whatever time that means in order to compete and get the job done. Because she was sitting comfortably in second. I saw Gabby Thomas thought she was in second.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in the interview. She said that she thought she was in second place. But when she saw the names on the list, when her name didn't pop up second, it took a long time. And that's when she started getting stressed because she was like, my peripheral, like I thought I was in second place. Yeah. So she was as stressed as we were. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a good one. I think when you're a competitor, one thing that I think all of these ladies do really well is not become a prisoner of the moment, despite all the noise around them. They block it out and like they know their abilities. They know what they're capable of. And we will see what happens in September.
We will. Now, speaking of what's going to happen in September, I want to talk about Miss Sydney McLaughlin-Lavroni. She is eyeing that record. As you see in this picture, she's quite literally looking at the time clock, as she often does when she crosses the line. She went 48.90, 4 seasons best. She is just chipping away, getting better and better and closer to that American record. We said it last time. It's not a matter of will she break, it's just a matter of when. So she's going to Tokyo running only the 400. Joining her, we also have Isabel Whitaker and Aaliyah Butler, which to me isn't that much of a shocker. Those girls have been running. But yeah, where are y'all's heads at on Sydney running the 400, no 400 hurdles, and going to Tokyo?
I think, again, this is going to be the first time in a long time we've seen her challenge because it's not a guarantee that she gets first or second. Not with the way not with the way Nasa's running, not with the way Paulino's running.
That's fair.
So that's one of those things. I think sometimes we're so encapsulated by her greatness, but although it's the same distance, without those 10 barriers, those are two different events. And the way that Paulino has been running, and again, not Nasser opened with a 48 point in Kingston. So
I was about to be so shady, but I'm going to say, I was like, Nasser got to stay in her lane. I hope she don't get DQ, girl. I'm rooting for you, to be clear.
Yeah, no, that was insane in Philly. But, yeah, no, they are two of the most dominant women in the quarter mile right now. And Sydney is amazing. Sydney is great. And she will break that American record because I think she'll finally be challenged. She'll finally get pulled. I don't think we've ever seen Sydney get pulled in recent memory. Maybe in the beginning of her career when it was kind of her toe-to-toe with Delilah. But yeah, I think this is going to be an exciting one. And I'm excited to see. It's unfamiliar to see her in this space. It will be unfamiliar, but I think we're in for a treat.
So you're saying that we could see Sydney get third?
Yes.
in an American record, but it'll be like,
Yes. Yes.
Did you guys talk to her at all? Like, why do you think she's opting not to do the hurdles this year and really focus on an event that's not her main one?
Well, when we talked to her, she was saying, yeah, no, this is the goal. Someone was like, hey, are we going to see you maybe attempt to get the wild card in 4 hurdles? She's like, no, we're focusing on the 400. So it seems as though that this is a goal, a new challenge. She's committed to it. And when she's committed to something, she's not going to have any outside noise and clearly any outside races that's going to distract her from the prime goal here, which is to dominate in the 400 flat. So she's just focusing on the 4. So I think this is going to be interesting to see what she can do, because we've always seen her run the 4, but obviously the 4 hurdles be the priority. So how can we really see her change and adapt to this?
Yeah.
And if I had to guess, I would also say I think Sydney has everything she could have in those 400 hurdles. She has the records, everything, and I think it's something else to achieve.
Yeah.
She's broken her record more than one time, and I think it's what else can I do now? And I think she's already one of the greats, but I think to take this feat, like, that makes you like one of the all-time greats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think we're all pretty confident she can do it. And I'm hoping that challenge, though, to your point, we haven't seen her challenge, and I think it's going to be fun to watch of how she responds to that challenge.
Yeah.
And I think she has the mindset and ability to do it, but it's going to be, to your point, it's going to be a great thing to watch.
It is.
I cannot wait.
And if Nasser and Paulino are challenging her, how does Sydney challenge both Nasser and Paulino?
Mm-hmm.
And then what could they run when they're challenged in that manner? Because now for them, this is the first time, maybe more Nasser than Paulino, in my opinion. This is a time where she could potentially get 3rd place.
Well, I can't wait. So now that we're talking about Tokyo, we're going to go to our way too early Tokyo predictions. It is literally, what's today's date? August 3rd? 5th. Jesus. We are a little over a month away from Tokyo. We're going to give you our way too early Tokyo predictions. Let's start with, I'm going to go from longest distance to shortest distance. We're going to do men's 5,000. Johnny, I'm throwing it to you first. What's your prediction?
Yeah, well, I mean, you asked me a lot of years, and it probably wouldn't be a lot of Americans on that list, but I think this year is clearly a point where American distance runners are going to shake it up. And I was really impressed with Cole Hawker the other day, front running the 5K, winning it pretty comfortably against just a bunch of studs. And so I think Hawker's going to be on the podium. I don't know if he's going to win, but it looks like he was hardly trying this weekend. And so not going to count him out. I think we're going to get, man, this is tough. Because we have the youngsters like Nico and Graham, but I think Mr. Fisher, Grant Fisher's going to.
Okay. You got 2 Americans.
Yeah, I know. I hope I'm right, but who knows? There's probably going to be somebody else. I think it's Barihu is currently the top ranked guy, and we've seen that guy's a stud. So I think it's not going to be American sweep, that's for sure. But I do think we're going to get at least 1 or 2.
I love it. All right, for me, I'm going to go, this is in no order. I know Jakob's coming off injury, but I'm going to go Jakob Ingebrigtsen.
Oh.
I think it's crazy to count him out. I'm going to go Grant Fisher. I know Cole ran the way he ran, but they ran slow. I think in a fast 5K, I think Grant's still going to dominate. And I'm going to go Dominic Labolu. He got 4th at the Olympics, but he's South Sudanese, went to Kenya for refuge, and now runs for Switzerland. I love his story. So he's on my podium.
Man, I sure wonder what his training's like, and if only somebody would capture that.
If only.
Yeah, maybe on a certain Wednesday we might be able to learn more about what he's up to.
Maybe y'all should tune in on YouTube. Nia, who's your predictions?
I'm going with Kwamoy, the Kenyan. I'm going with Aragawi coming 2nd, and I'm going with Grant Fisher coming 3rd.
You gave an order.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's the only American that can do it.
Okay. I agree. I think he's only. That's not even being shady. Cole has to double. 15, I have him.
That's a hard double.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a hard double.
Yeah, I think yeah.
But what I will say about Cole is I wouldn't be surprised if he did it, because he's extremely intentional this year. Last year at U.S. trials, he obviously won the 1,500, went on to become the Olympic champion in 1500, but he came sixth in the 5,000 at trials, and that was clearly eating away at him. And he's been super intentional about making sure that he would be able to represent Team USA in the double. So training might look a lot, obviously training is different, but training probably looks a lot different. The way he's racing is a lot different. The way he's presenting himself is a lot different. Because last year when we were talking to him, he kind of seemed a bit defeated, but not in a sense where it's like, poor me, pity party, but defeated like, okay, this is going to keep me up at night. This won't happen again. So it may look a little different. I find to be like the longer events to be a little bit more on the unpredictable side, because sometimes they can go out slow, and now in the last 800 we're going to start picking up, and now the winner is going to be decided on who has the best kick. So tactics play a factor. Who shows up on the best day, who shows up as their best self on the day plays a factor. But yeah, if I had to guess right now too early, I'm not leaving Grant off that podium, but I do think he's the only American on it.
I love it. All right, men's 200 podium predictions. Nia, I'm gonna let you kick us off.
I think Noah got it. I think Noah got it, and then I'm gonna go. Let's see, like Tobogo, and then I'm gonna go Kenny Bednarek. But I do think it's gonna take a 19.4 to do it. I think it's gonna take a 19.4 to do it. But yeah, Noah looks extremely good, and he has 2 chips on his shoulder. I think in his dominant event, the fact that he does not have an Olympic gold in that is kind of like, whoa. Obviously reigning world champion, but he's coming in here after Paris, coming third. I understand he had COVID, but that's an issue. And then obviously his personal beef with Kenny.
Yeah.
So he has a point to prove, and he's very out loud with it. But that's the first time in a while I think I've seen Noah cross the line and not be like jumping up and down, smiling, ripping off his bib, like, woo. It was kind of like, yeah.
No, he would have been smiling had he not got pushed to the ground.
Know,
I'm kidding. We'll talk about it.
But the way that he did it, it was kind of like he looked back like there's more where that came from. This isn't like it wasn't one of those like celebratory wins. It was like you had that coming. So, yeah.
I agree with your podium. I think it's going to be literally Olympic podium, but flipped around. To your point, I think Noah's always been dominant in the 200. I think people were more shocked that he won the 100 at Paris. Like, we thought the 200 was his. So I do too. I have Noah getting first. I have Letsile. I don't know. Letsile and Kenny could go 2 or 3. I can't pick that one, but I do have Noah winning. Letsile, I feel like it depends on what kind of shape he gets in, but he has been getting better and better on this Diamond League circuit. So yeah, but I have an Olympic podium just switched around a little bit for my 2 early predictions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to. These are a bunch. It's hard to make a decision, but Noah clearly had a lot more to give. Like, he had just the way he like stares down Kenny, turns back around. Yeah, he's just getting started. Tobogo, king of pre-classic, and frankly, all year has been just on fire. So I think that's a fair assessment. And then Kenny crushing Grand Slam and just showing that he also has what it takes. Like, yeah, it's anything. Maybe something crazy happens. Maybe Noah gets COVID again, but barring another COVID outbreak, yeah, I think we're
wearing a mask if we around Noah. We preventing that.
Yeah.
I will say, obviously not impossible that Tobogo wins, because I think he's one of the more efficient 200-meter runners.
You can't change your podium.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Asterisks. If like Tobogo does the least amount of work, I think, of the entire field to cross the line first.
Yeah.
When he ran that 19.7, it was very smooth. Like, he could have went faster. I even think he slowed up a bit. The 1963 that Noah ran, he was working for that. He didn't look as smooth as he normally does. But obviously, again, the time is the time. So I think that may be my only concern, the efficacy in which they run. But besides that, I'm sticking with my podium, but I'm just saying.
No, that's fair. All right. We're about to stay on this men's 200 topic, but we're going to go to our track and field hot takes. I think we all saw this.
Spicy takes.
Yeah, our little spicy. This one's a little more spicy. No, it's not spicy. I think it's honest. This take is honest. But on this first image, as you see, we have Kenny and Noah. Noah's looking Kenny down. Mind you, the finish line ain't even been crossed yet. I love the confidence. And then this next image, notice they're in lane 6 and 7. That's important to note. This next image of him getting pushed, just know Kenny has 2 hands on Noah's back, and they're in lane 9 for context. Yeah, I could start off with my opinions, or y'all can go first. I'll kick us off. Perfect.
Go ahead.
So this is my thing. I watched it in person, and I think watching it in person initially, I was like, oh, like maybe it wasn't like, maybe it was like one little push because like he was like about to get in his way. But then when I watched the replay over and over and over again, two things. One, people were like, he's in his way. They did this in lane 9. Like Noah is in 7, is going out to 9. Kenny's just going with him from 6 to 9. Like you crossing 2 lanes. It gives intentional. I don't know what their beef is outside of this, if there is beef, but it gives intentional. And I know we talk about look downs, but I can name 5 athletes right now who've looked at athletes crossing the line. In fact, Usain Bolt's one of them. And dare I say, this is a hot one. I don't think Kenny would have pushed any Jamaican man, if I'm being honest. Like that, I don't think he would have pushed Koech, Usain, none of them.
And if he pushed Koech, that's crazy.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, I don't. So yeah, that's kind of my take. And I hope they resolve it. I hope it's not like nothing too crazy. I mean, a little bit of beef is always good for the sport, but I support brotherly love too. Like I do want them to be, like we're still representing the same country at the end of the day. So I want them to compete well and have that beef in the back of their head, but I hope there is some sort of like level ground that they can reach. I don't think Noah's about to call that man. I hope Kenny calls him because he kept saying in an interview, he was like, Noah has my number.
Mm-hmm. I don't want them to resolve it. I don't think I'm over it. Like, yeah, it's an individual sport anyway. They don't need to resolve anything. That beef resulted in a 1963 a new world lead and the changing of my podium. I was convinced Tobogo was taking that until this weekend. Yeah, I don't really want them to resolve anything. And then we saw like the broadcast on NBC. He was like, yeah, you owe me an apology, this, that, and the third. And the fact that Noah had coach's order of no comments of anything like that, maybe it's a little bit more serious than we think.
Oh, for sure.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready to see some good. I'm ready to see some good times in Tokyo. I'm not really for the brotherly love this time around. Keep it cute on the 4x1.
Keep it cute. Like
don't keep it cute, but like on the 4x1, keep it cute so that you can hand that baton off properly. Because we know how Team USA gets down.
But that's my point, Nia. I think that's why we can't get the baton. I think there's always beef on our relays.
Well, that's better for Team Jamaica. Listen. Keep the beef.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be beneficial for the 200, to your point. USA 4x1, don't have them hand off to each other at least. I don't know who the relay coach is, but please make them.
Yeah, make Kenny second, Noah.
Yeah.
Put someone in between the both of them. Yeah, it'll be fine. They'll be fine. Because they're also not, I doubt they're going to be on the track scrapping for real. But I do think that.
I don't know.
The two-hand push changes my mind.
I mean, but I think
if anybody were to push me, I'd be pissed, and I'm not even running.
But I think you know who to do that to. You know who it says. Noah's not doing that back to him.
I mean, Noah looking back, I think there was probably something there that would compel him to like stare somebody down like that. Like that's kind of it's aggressive, but it was entertaining. I think Kenny is a very confident man himself, and like felt disrespected by that, hence the push. But yeah, it was crazy. I was sitting there right at the finish line, and like they're up in each other's faces, and then Kenny's trying to dap him up and resolve whatever. But Noah wasn't having it. So. And
that's exactly why they're not gonna fight on the track, because Noah eventually did shake his hand back.
But
I wish he didn't do that either.
It felt very performative to me. Like it felt like, and this is all assumption based, so don't cook me too much. But it felt like if I were to push Nia in public and be like, nah, let's just make up real quick, like that, it gave performative.
And I wouldn't shake your hand back.
And
I would be like,
I think the only reason Noah did was like, there's thousands of people watching. Mm-hmm. I'm not about to look like an a-hole and not shake your hand, but I am pissed at you. And I'm like,
I wish he didn't shake his hand back.
But I think it's like the heat of the moment. It's like, he's still like, like I think that's what, because I think had it been like a private thing, he wouldn't have did it. Mm-hmm. But I think it was just like, yeah.
Well, they were on the spot. No, I mean,
they were on the spot.
NBC was trying to get them
Carl
standing side by side.
Carl was over here asking them questions.
Man,
he's a true journalist.
This is why they're public figures and I'm not, because I would have left him hanging.
NBC doing their interview together, it's so funny.
That was messy.
They didn't want to do it. They were trying to not do that. They were dragging their heels. They're like, don't make me stand next to this guy. But
yeah, that's why I'm glad.
And also, meanwhile, Courtney.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Courtney? No. Who
was it?
Why don't I remember this? Because I was so caught up on the beef. Wow, I guess we'll never know. Whoever got third was just frolicking around. That's what
I think it was Courtney.
Was it? Dang, y'all.
I can fact check.
Check
you.
their-
gotta do
let's check their
better.
results.
Thank you. I got my phone.
We were there, I promise.
To be fair, that this beef was pretty.
Yes, this beef was intense. Shot put was going on. There was a lot going on.
Don't worry, guys.
And I was really, my eyes were set on them because I'm in the stands and I'm like, I literally, I was like, I cannot wait to find this Peacock interview.
Robert Gregory.
Robert Gregory, yes. Robert was just happy to be there and that he made the team because they were doing stuff and he's just running around. They take a picture. He like goes back to the crowd again. Robert was having a good time.
They gonna cook us and say we don't know what we talking about.
They are going to cook us, y'all. We can't remember everything. Yeah. I love track beef. You're funny for that though. How do you think our 4x1 is going to do men's 100?
Not
USA.
it might be rough. I just wish the sprint camera crews were still out there. This would be very cool to see behind.
This would have been a nice little season 3.
That would have been so good.
Oh wow.
We did that workout Wednesday with Kenny's group a little too early.
I know. We should have leading up to Tokyo instead of USA.
I know.
Would have focused on Kenny. So like, I know you got a new fire under your butt.
What? And then, how could I forget, y'all? They are about to face off August 20th, Lasan Diamond League. We're going to see Kenny versus Noah in the 100, not the 2, but in the 100. I am excited. I do hope that they're side by side.
Me too.
In fact, I hope he gets a Noah can't give too many look downs because then Kenny might get faster. But I hope that it's intense.
Listen, the track and field script writers are cooking this season. They're cooking this season. That's what I like to see. The timing eats.
Impeccable.
Bravo.
That press release came out today. It's like they knew.
Bravo.
I hope nobody scratches. Don't duck from the beef. Please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah, August 20th. And we're streaming it if you want to watch. And I can't guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure Athletes Lounge might be streaming for free. We have the world feed you can pay for, but if you want to watch with some commentary, we'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Well, thank y'all for watching episode 21 of The Meetup. We'll be here every single Tuesday, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.